I'm Ayman Ithani, helping you understand the power of AI and Web3. I'm joined here by my colleagues Jad and MG. We're going to talk about the latest in AI and Web3 and what does that mean to government entity, businesses, and people. MG, Jad, how are we doing today?
Yo, Ayman, all's good. How about you?
I'm good, I'm good. So before we get started, MG, I hope you're feeling better.
Thank you, Ayman. A bit late to the party, but better late than never. I mean, this is
You know
basically
how,
my second time.
so it's 2020, mid 2024, and
Yeah.
you have COVID.
Yep.
The vibe I'm getting is, you know how you're not supposed to go back to an ex-girlfriend. This is this is the vibe I'm getting from you, right? So we broke up
Yeah,
4 years
100%.
ago, and then we met, and then we're back together.
Yeah, no, that's valid, Ayman. That's valid. This is my second time getting COVID. The first time I got it was in 2022, and back then I thought that I was pretty late to the party. So imagine mid 2024 getting COVID. Like, it's pretty bad.
What topics do we have for
Anyway,
today?
All right, so GM everyone, and today we're starting with Coinbase Smart Wallets. So the smart wallets by Coinbase, they released it a day ago, 2 days ago, and they're calling it the new era in the crypto wallets. So this is how they're planning to onboard 1 billion users on chain, and basically they're saying goodbye to seed phrases. They saying it's long, it's hard to remember, and for me it's one less piece of paper in my wallet. So they are ending seed phrases. They are exchanging it to passkeys. So now you create a wallet. The only way to log in to this wallet is with your passkey. It recognizes the device and links it to your account. And whenever you want to use a new device for the same account, you need to follow a certain flow to do it. So this smart wallet also offers some more features, which is a simplified transaction and gas fees for new users, hassle-free transactions. It supports multiple networks, Ethereum, Base, and many more. And it's also integrated with the popular apps to facilitate payments. So you can now connect all your accounts to Coinbase, manage them all in one, what they're calling central account. So you connect all your accounts. It's also integrated with other apps. So if you want to pay, you can pay directly from Coinbase, even if it's in fiat, not cryptocurrency. And it's very easy to convert. And as the next step, they're working on a web app. It's mostly for NFTs where you can swap, buy, sell, etc., and finalize the central account for asset and identity management.
Let's simplify things further. So let's start with the main thing. MG, did I hear it correctly when Jad told everybody where he hides his seed phrase?
100%, Ayman. I was gonna comment on that a bit later, but yeah, 100%. I
Okay.
was thinking that if Jad loses his physical wallet, he's screwed. He loses his physical wallet and his digital wallets. He loses both.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So in terms of security, yeah,
Just to give more context, the seed phrase is the unique access code to get access to digital money. So if somebody stops Jad on the street and robs him, he robs him from his actual cash that's in his pocket, and also he has access to the digital cash and NFTs that Jad has. So.
Now,
only MetaMask and Phantom, not the rest.
are there
Thank you,
Jad,
thank you
just for the
letting
sake?
them know about Phantom also, right? So excellent, Jad. Good job. Getting deeper.
Yeah,
I don't, yeah, MG.
for the sake of clearing maybe your wallet reputation. These are just burner wallets that you keep in your wallet, right? Not
Definitely, of
actual.
course, MG.
Yeah,
Of course,
yeah.
MG, definitely.
I know that
Uh,
you place your seed phrases in somewhere pretty safe.
yeah, definitely. So also, I don't know about the security measures of this new smart wallet because just today I received an email from a very famous clothes store, and I never subscribed to their newsletter or agreed to marketing. So I was pressing on unsubscribe, and it's nice to have MetaMask's extension because it flagged it as a phishing link and it did not let me go through this. So yeah, it turns out I read the website correctly, but what they did instead of .com, they used .co, which I did not notice.
So is it a Web3? Is it a Web3 website? So it's a dApp basically?
No, it's a retail clothing store.
So how did MetaMask identify that it was a phishing? Like, was there some sort of signing involved with MetaMask, or is it just like any type?
No, I did not even. It did not let me even check what's this website or unsubscribe from the email.
Oh,
All right. So one
Yep.
thing at a time. So what's special about this wallet chat? A user can sign up with a username and password, email and password.
Just an email, and then the password is basically a passkey, which is recognized between the app and the device. And what's nice about passkeys is that they're never stored on any server, so no one can access them in case any data got leaked or so.
Okay, and how do I buy cryptocurrency?
You can connect all your accounts now. They said even accounts like Apple Pay, etc., but I'm not sure about it. It's still rumors, so other articles saying it. But there is a very simplified way inside the smart wallet to exchange fiat into crypto with like two steps or something like this.
You opened up saying this will help onboard the next 1 billion people onto crypto. How?
Yeah.
Why?
This is okay. So this is part of their plan. Coinbase, they have a vision of onboarding 1 billion because it's very easy. So in the demo video, what they did was they showcased that you download the app, you press on create wallet, you include your email, you accept the passkey between your phone and the app, and that's it. You have a wallet ready set up. The next step is connecting your other accounts, converting from fiat to crypto.
There are no other accounts. Assume no other accounts. It's a new user.
Okay.
So they sign
Yeah.
up. It's a wallet, and then they can use Apple Pay or credit card to buy currencies. Is that it?
Yes, that's the flow.
But didn't they have that already? And Binance already has something like this, and others.
Yeah,
What's special this
yeah,
time?
they do. The only difference is the passkey instead of a regular password or seed phrase.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Do any of you use passkey on your iPhones? Because I know it's a feature on my Apple passwords, but I've never used it. Maybe I've never given it time to use it. Ayman, have you used passkeys?
I'm using it. I'm using passkeys on my desktop.
Okay. Do you find it more convenient than any other maybe access?
I think it's simpler to use, but I've always used password managers, different password managers. So I've always been careful with my passwords. But for the average user who has the same password across all websites and has been using the same password for 12 years, the passkey is better.
Yeah. No, I see what Coinbase is doing with the passkeys, because it's at least giving users a somewhat familiar interface to get onboarded into crypto. We do know that Coinbase is an exchange similar to Binance, and we've talked previously on Power Up Culture how onboarding users onto an exchange is much easier than onboarding them onto a self-custodial wallet. So maybe passkeys would be that -1 step into helping users get more familiar with these self-custodial wallets, so that we can reach a more decentralized finance between users.
With devices like the iPhone and the Android, they've been asking you to save your password with them, and they also generate passwords. So I think that's a more effective way than a user having the same password across multiple websites and the same password for many years. So it's a step.
Yeah, 100%.
What topics do we have?
Yeah, we're moving on to something that they call the AI apocalypse. I personally did not notice this happen. Yeah, no one died. Just some few servers went down for a few hours, some more than others. Apparently, a few days ago, Claude, ChatGPT, and Perplexity, they went down all at the same time, which for some users meant panic. They went to Twitter and they complained, "Oh, how can you still communicate?" One user was saying, "How can you laugh? How can you smile if ChatGPT and Perplexity and Claude are all down?" Which made me think it's not even 2 years that we've been introduced to these AI tools that make our lives easier. Have we grown so attached to them in our daily lives that we cannot even separate for a few hours? Is that the level that we've reached with these tools?
I don't think so. I don't think so, MG. I get it. I get it with Instagram. I get it with Twitter. I get it with Google Search. And I see many users when the service goes down, it's a big mess, right? So if Instagram goes down, they go to Twitter and complain. If Twitter is down, they complain on a Meta product like Instagram or Facebook. Google, of course, as well. So I see that in terms of volume of users. But for the AI tools to be an integral part of our day-to-day, I use them frequently. But if it's not working now, I'll figure it out. It's not
Yeah.
something that that I cannot use. I can see that in a few years, maybe yes, where everything's AI enabled around me. It's as if my internet went down. That means I can't
Yeah.
do much on my computer, but not today.
Yeah, I can imagine somewhere down the line that AI would be the equivalent of how the internet is now, where everything is just connected to each other and you can't perform one task without it being connected to another task that is connected to AI. So I see that happening down the line. But I would argue that maybe you mentioned because panic on Instagram going down and maybe other servers like TikTok or whatever. But I mean, users can take a break from these servers, from posting, from so on, and we'll talk about Instagram in a bit. Is it more of the business side of like are businesses mostly affected with these outages, or because I can see users using them on a daily basis, but it's mostly for productivity and for growth, for revenue generation, like everything falls into place. Are businesses mostly
When you
affected by these outages?
The outages and when people have an outcry of this, a lot of the usage of the social media tools is for recreation. So you get to see high amount of usage of social media during working hours. So when it stops, it's not that because it was business related, but it's more on the personal side on this. For the AI usage for tools like ChatGPT and Perplexity and so on, everybody's using it. Students, people who are employed, people who are curious. So the usage is there. I'm seeing more and more studies show an increasing number of usage, but it's not as big as when there was a case when Netflix went down. It was a big deal when Netflix went down for a while. It was a big because there are so many people who rely on it, watch it, and it cuts into your personal entertainment time. But with AI, we're not at
Yeah.
that scale yet to compare with Netflix and Instagram. But then again, it's unfair to do so because it hasn't been 10 years.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, when it comes to leisure and entertainment, maybe servers going down is a big no-no. When it comes to productivity, I can
That's okay.
procrastinate that a bit.
We'll be fine. It's like, look, I can't work. I can't do anything. The internet's down or the tour is down. I can't do anything,
Yeah.
right? So
Let me postpone that maybe 10 more minutes. Maybe the servers will go back up. But yeah, that's the headline coming out of AI. So I don't know if we're going to see more outages of the similar sort, but it may indicate that there's a huge traffic to these big servers, and ChatGPT basically just hallucinated, giving users the prompt that, oh, I'm going to show you what it said. It said, explain the status of GPT as a pirate. So it wasn't accepting any inquiries. It just say, ahoy, mateys, we've been having scurvy dogs checking out ChatGPT. And others will saying, we'll be right back. And that there's an error happening. So, I mean, at least they have a funny bone when it comes to outages.
when ChatGPT went down and they have the pirate error message, it reminds me of when the internet or a certain web page used to go down, and then they'd have a funny 404 page. 404 page, it means the page is not available. They used to have a funny 404 page. So you get to see that it's the same style and the same approach, but a different technology with AI now versus Web 2.
I wonder what the AI equivalent of, the dinosaur that jumps over trees is. I wonder what that AI equivalent is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder what that is going to be. The pastime mini game. We're going to have to wait and see.
What else do we have?
And yep, so the next one is what Apple is rumored or expected to release next week in the WWDC event. So there is a bit of rumors. Yeah,
We're in June already.
yeah.
Time
Time
flies.
is flying.
Time
Yeah.
flies.
So they focused on 5 main features. The first one is the photo app. It's getting a redesign. That's one. And it's getting similar AI features. So the AI features would be similar to Google's Magic Editor, where you can if there is an item in your photo that you don't like a weird pole on the road or so on, you just grab it, you delete it, you generate a background instead of leaving it empty. So that's one. You can enhance backgrounds, add clouds to your photos, and so on. So the second one is the Notes app, and it will have AI recap. So if you have very long notes on your phone or a shared note and someone included a very long text for you, all you have to do is press use the AI to recap it, understand everything in 2 words, and even if there are some images or so on what's the other app called where you use images? Okay, I forgot the name, but it's similar to Notes, but you can add images. It can even transcribe the images for you as part of the summary, so you don't have to scroll down and see what's the image. And the third one, which is iMessage, it's getting also for busy people. I think this is a very nice use case for busy people. It will be getting AI summary of all your texts. So I don't know how private is that AI having access to all your messages, but it might be a nice feature for busy people. Same with notifications, by the way. When you scroll down, open the notifications panel, you can ask AI to summarize all your notifications. And the fifth and last one is Siri. So it's getting a huge update. It will or might be still rumored to have an integration with an on-device LLM, and Siri will be able to control everything on your phone. It will have access to all your apps. You can control features in apps, so you can tell Siri, "Hey, open this app, delete this email, send this email to this person, order me an Uber home, do this, do that." So their theme is AI powered everything for this event.
Apple.
Please go ahead.
I want to say that Apple prides themselves that they are the proponents for user security. And when it comes to this AI tool, whether it was getting access to your messages, getting access even to your photos, I'm not sure. I mean, they probably have some access, if not a huge access, but we don't know that now. We don't know that unless you upload something to the cloud. We don't know how much deep they are in our phones. But having AI scout your photos, I mean, I can see this as a useful feature for myself because I see myself maybe remembering one photo I took of a whiteboard with some notes that I want to go back and search. I can just tell it to fetch it up. But then it has deep scanning of all my photos to fetch out the specific image. So, I mean, that's pretty concerning, to be honest.
But MG, it already Apple and Google and Samsung already do this. Open up your phone now, go to Photos, search for beach, car, spring, date. It will show you a list of those photos. Now, what of that analysis was done on the device and what part was done on the cloud? That's different, but that's something that's already somewhat there.
Yeah, I do see that, especially with faces. You see a bunch of faces, even with like a tiny side profile, they can catch you like that. There's no running away from Apple.
I've gone even further. I've trained the faces part. It's like, no, make sure that you have all sides, all faces with some tools. So I've trained it. So Google and Apple already have that information. Now,
that is awesome.
from a privacy perspective with AI, where the devices are heading, so for the privacy of AI, where the technology is heading is that a lot of the processing happens on the device itself without needing the internet. And for that to work, you need special types of chips in the devices. You also need a small version of the AI software of the LLMs to run on the device to be able to answer key questions like summarize my messages and analyze this and do that. And then whatever it cannot do on the device, it will need to send up to the cloud to get the large language model to be able to analyze that. So you're seeing that already on devices. So Samsung have such capability with their AI devices. Microsoft announced a couple of weeks ago Copilot plus PC, where they're using technology there in order to have processing locally on the machine. And that all points to why NVIDIA's, the value of NVIDIA continues to grow, because they're a chip manufacturer for AI chips which are needed for servers on the cloud or for local devices. And that's why Microsoft and Google and others, they're building their own AI chips as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, 100%. It's a valid point that you mention whether these processes are happening on the device itself or being hosted on the cloud. But I can imagine, even if it were on the device, I would not be 100% sure that everything is staying on the device without having some back access to some cloud somewhere, maybe just for the sake of keeping data for training purposes or whatever they they might call it. So yeah, that's that. We're gonna move on to our last topic, which is Instagram confirming the test of unskippable ads. We're gonna watch a small video about it, or maybe I can talk over it. Let me see if I can do that.
Instagram says it will provide updates if the tests lead to any changes.
Oh yeah, so there's a nice video about that. But basically, what this is some users noticed that Instagram was popping up these unskippable ads, just like you know how you watch YouTube and you get these 5-second ads. Sometimes they're unskippable even, but users started getting these ad breaks, and you get this timer at the bottom that this is an ad break, and you can't skip these ads. And naturally, users were frustrated at. So here's another one. Users were frustrated at Instagram. They went to X, as one would, to just to complain about these new features. It's still in test mode, but I mean, I feel like since iOS 14, Meta has been struggling with reaching the right target audiences and for advertisers. And with the introduction of these unskippable ads, first of all, they're getting more ad revenue, similar to how YouTube operates. And second, maybe they can get more value to these advertisers by providing more watch time for these ads. From a user's perspective, it's not much fun seeing ads, but maybe once I see an ad, I can know that, okay, it's time maybe to pause or take a break from Instagram and hop onto another maybe social channel, maybe even take a break from my phone even. But that's what's happening with Apple. So that's what's happening with Instagram. Sorry, unskippable ads.
So Instagram introducing unskippable ads were 2024. YouTube did that back in 2010. So 4.5 years ago. And it's been working well for them, in a sense. It's been working well for YouTube. And having Instagram add that, it's just another ad format. I look at this as a way where there are features and functionalities that are very common in many of the platforms that we're all using. So adding this is a way for advertisers to have more options and better options. Although the targeting, having successful targeting, is a better approach.
Would this trigger an Instagram Plus subscription so that you don't see these ads?
I already pay for that, so it's that could be it. Although I'm paying for Instagram now.
There's Instagram Plus.
I'm still seeing ads. Yep, to get the blue verification.
Oh, okay.
and to get access to support and.
Okay.
And so, but they're not reducing the ads that I have. So on X, they reduce the ads. On Instagram, they do not, at least not yet. But it
Yeah.
could happen because everybody's copying everybody. So it could happen.
Yeah, I feel like Elon would be happy with this feature rolling out on X, just adding one more layer to the tier of plus subscriptions that he has.
If you come across certain people who spend enough time together, whether it's guys or girls, you get to see that they start to wear the same types of clothes, the same style of jeans, the same type of places that they hang out to, and so on.
Yeah.
I'm getting the same vibe from Instagram and X and Snap and a bunch of other companies.
Yeah, that's 100%. Web3 guy, you wanted to budge in a while ago.
I wanted to ask the same questions you asked. If this will trigger an add on by Instagram, remove your unskippable ads for like $5-10 a month. But
And
yeah,
thank you for making my point of when enough people spend time together, they start to think alike.
Yep.
So thank you. You confirmed my point.
Wow. A demo and an explanation. Wow.
Wasn't scripted.
And that, at least that part was not scripted, yes. And that brings us to the end of our AI and Web3 Simply session here today. Thank you for joining us. We're live every Thursday at 5-ish p.m. Across X, LinkedIn, and YouTube for the latest news on AI and Web3 and what does that mean for government entities, businesses, and people. Thank you for joining us here today.